Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to do a stitch with me. Um, I may have to cut it like super quick, only when my family comes home because I do have two teenagers and my husband, so they are quite loud. So as soon as I hear them, I may have to just cut it. So I hope you guys can see this pretty good. I'm using a new angle, and I really hope the glare is not too bad. So how are you guys all doing today? Hope you guys are all doing well. Oh, and I'm stitching the Frosted Pumpkin Holiday Town. I did show it in my last video. So I wanted to work on this Santa today. So while I'm doing it, I thought I'd chat just a little bit. So yeah, I had to work today. I had a really hard time to get up. I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go back to work again. Some days are okay at work, some days are, like crappy. It's just like any job, I suppose. The people that I work with, though, they're super nice, so we all get along really well, and we laugh a lot. You got to make the time go by. And we just all get along really well, so it makes it very nice. Very good work atmosphere. I was listening to her name is Cindy Gutropaldo. She does a lot of planning stuff. She does a lot of lettering. Her name is Llama Letters, and she's here on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and link her down below. She has a podcast, and I listen to podcasts while I work. Because I work, I just mostly key in a lot of stuff and don't have to call a lot of people. But when I do, obviously, I put my podcast on hold. But anyway, I was listening to her podcast today, and she was talking about how when when you're having a hard time, like for an example, just say that you're sick. Someone will say, oh, well, it could be worse. Like, just say for an example, you have a headache. Someone would say, oh, it could be worse. You could have this and this. You could have cancer. When someone says that to you, especially when you're suffering from a mental illness, I suppose anxiety and depression would be considered mental illness, but those are things that you can't see compared to when you have, cancer, or when you have, where am I trying to go with this? I'm trying to go with that when you're sick with a mental illness, you're not treated the same as if you have a broken leg. Or, because it's different, because people can see that you have a broken leg, so you seem to get more attention and more people come around. But when you have a mental illness like depression or anxiety, people can't see that. People don't know. Because sometimes you walk around and you have this mask on and you just don't reveal it. Because you're always worried about the stigma, like what are people going to think? People are going to think I'm crazy. So sometimes you don't share it. So what her whole point was, and she says it a lot better than I do because I'm still trying to comprehend it myself. She says that when someone says that to you, like it could be worse, that makes you feel even more worse. It's almost patronizing, like they're patronizing you. That's the way I take it. So I would really not say that to anyone. Like, and when you have those feelings, just let them go. Like, sit in those feelings, just take a minute, let them. If your world is falling down around you, just let it fall for a minute. You will be able to figure it out. Sit down, have a cup of tea, have a beer, or no, don't have a beer, don't go there. Have a cup of tea, watch a trashy TV show, just something, just to to allow yourself to have those feelings. Again, I'm not the best one to articulate it because I'm still having a hard time myself to try to tell people how I feel. Like when you say to me, oh, just get over it, or it could be worse, to me that you're patronizing me and you're making me feel worse, because then I'm feeling bad because I'm like, oh, well, you're right. So now I feel bad because I feel, see, I'm having such a hard time, but when you tell me that, it makes me feel bad because it makes me feel like, oh, well, there is something wrong with you because you should be happy. You should be this. You should be smiling. You should be on top of the world all the time. What's wrong with you? You have a happy husband. You have 2 healthy, beautiful kids. You should be happy. You know, your kids aren't, you know, they don't have disabilities that other parents deal with. And I'm so proud of the other parents that have to go through that, and I sympathize with them. But just because my kids don't have a disability, that doesn't mean that I don't also, I'm just going to let that ring, that I don't also feel, you know, I completely lost my train of thought there. Sorry, guys. But just because that my kids don't have a disability doesn't mean that I'm not grateful, you know, or, people say, you know, you should be grateful because look at the life that you have. You have a really good life. Like, and I'm just like, I know that, but don't make me feel bad because I'm having an off day. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm really still trying to just comprehend it in my brain, try to figure it out, and, you know, I don't know. This is kind of rambly. She does a lot better job of explaining herself in the video. She is amazing. Like, she has I'm not even going to say what she has. She has a kidney disease. I'm not going to do the medical name because I don't want to mess it up. But she has a kidney disease where, you know, her kidneys are basically not functioning. She's getting herself ready for dialysis, and I believe she's getting ready for dialysis. I don't know if that's, I haven't watched her very latest video. Bottom line, I'm not even going to speak about her medical, other than she's got kidney disease and she's an amazing woman, and go check her out. Again, I will link her down below. So on a much lighter note, Christmas is coming, and I know that moms, they go ahead and they put a lot of pressure on themselves. Look, I just missed a, yeah, I gotta go back here. So a lot of moms put pressure on themselves to make Christmas perfect, and I'm starting to do that to myself too, and I'm gonna hold myself back, like, no, you can't do that. You know, you'll be okay. Christmas will be just fine. It comes and it goes. So this year, I'm going to vow to myself that I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to enjoy the holiday season. I'm not going to worry. You know, I am going to bang out some shopping this weekend, though, and get that done. Hope you guys are having a good angle there. So yeah, because I really need to get some Christmas shopping done. I was watching Stitcherista, and she was talking about Christmas and how, you know, it's just, you put so much pressure on yourself, and Christmas comes every year and you somehow manage to get it done. And I'm not stressing this year. What I get, I get. What I don't. You know, the kids are great. They have stuff all year long, so it's not like, you know, they'll be fine. They will definitely be fine. So, and my daughter now, she's 18. She's got her own job. She's been buying a lot of her own things. She does want quite a bit of books, so I will be making a visit to 2 chapters to pick out some books for her. So yeah, so I'm going to give myself permission to not freak out about Christmas this year. I'm just going to relax and sit back. My husband, I'm going to get him a few things. He gets me a few things. We've always done that though. We've always just concentrated on the kids, but we made sure we each gave each other something special. We've done that since we've been together. And then even when we got married and we had kids, we always made sure we took care of each other because, you know, I love my husband. I want to be with him for the long haul. So I got to show him I appreciate him as well. Definitely, we make sure we get the kids stuff first, and then we get each other a few things. I'd like to send him into my local LNS, but he doesn't quite have the nerve to go in there. He's so funny. Oh, I tell ya. So, it's kind of weird, me sitting here talking to myself. Like, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you guys, which I hope you guys are enjoying this. Or maybe you've already clicked off by now. You're saying, oh my gosh, that girl's nuts. 2, 2, and then I gotta go over 1. You know what I love most about cross stitching is just when the needle comes through the thread. You can just hear it. Like, listen. Hear that? I've got the dryer going in the background, so I'm not sure if you heard that too well. But I just love stitching. Oh my gosh, it's so relaxing. I remember the first kit that I bought. Oh my god, and I made such a mess. Like, oh my goodness. I'm looking at my pattern. It's on my iPad, just in case you guys are wondering. I'm gonna pull that off there. I'm just gonna leave that there for you guys to look at. And I get another floss. See, I started stitching, you guys probably know, way back. When I first met my husband, I started stitching. And I love it. So we've been together for 20 years, and I've been doing it for that long. I was looking around in my room trying to hang up some pictures and stuff, my stitching, and I'm like, I don't hardly have anything. Most of it, excuse me while I lick my thread. I am a thread licker. Most of it is still in the bin, my bin of shame, which I'm going to make a video about. So most of it is in that bin, and I have definitely given some away. Look at my back, just a mess. Anyway, don't care. Don't care, don't care. It's the front that matters, right? Still good on the camera? Yeah. I've given a lot of my stitching away over the years, mostly to my Nan. I gave her a lot. So I love stitching for her because she always appreciated it, my Nan. I love my Nan. Oh, see? See what happens when you don't secure that thread? There we go. Yeah, miss my nanny. I grew up with my grandparents because my parents got divorced and when I was 2. It worked out okay. I love my grandparents to death. Like, they're basically my parents. So sadly they're no longer with me, which makes me very sad. Miss them a lot. I do have my mom. She's still alive. My dad passed away a few years ago. And I have my sisters. I have a lot out west that I'm going to try to go see soon, and I'll bring you guys along with me. None of them stitch though. So that's why I really want to keep up with this community and see if I can get some more subscribers interested in what I'm doing. And maybe when I hit 500, I'll do a giveaway. And then the next goal will be 7 or something like that. We'll see. But definitely when I hit 500, I like to do a giveaway. So if you guys can help me get to 500, that'd be wonderful. I know I don't have a lot of haul like other channels, but you know, I'm getting there. My son's at his girlfriend's house tonight. just visiting, and my husband and my daughter went to the store, and then they're gonna swing around and pick him up. Oh, I just love the sound of the thread going through. I don't usually hear that because everybody's running around screaming, phones ringing, dogs barking, cats are fighting. This is my house. It's crazy. So I don't know what else to talk about. I must get one of those things about getting to know you better, these tag things. And then that way I'll have things to talk about, because it's kind of weird sitting here talking to yourself. Oh, sheesh. All right, where am I at now? So I've got the 2, the 1, and then I gotta do 2, and I gotta go over 1. Okay, here we go. So I can't believe Christmas is around the corner. Holy sheesh. I still have to get the stockings, and I do need to make a trip to Costco. I freaking hate Costco. Sorry about that for the screaming. Do you ever go to Costco and like these people are like standing right in the aisle and they have those big ass carts and you're just like, oh my god, people move. Oh, that's the one thing about Costco, and I've always tried to figure out what's the best time of day to go. So if you guys have any idea, please comment below and let me know what time is the best day, or yeah, what time of the day is best to go, because holy macarona, there's so many people, and they built a new Costco up here, so it's a lot better for parking and a lot better to get into because you're not stuck with traffic as much. Just because the way where they have it, it's more off the road. And it is a little bit bigger, and I noticed that they had a $3,000 purse. It's like a Louis Vuitton or whatever. Yeah, hell no, I won't be spending $3,000 on no purse. Anyway, no thank you. So they have a few more different things, and it's just taken me a little while to get used to the new layout. And a little bit longer than I wanted to anyway. But it's okay, I can deal with it. I know first world problems, right? Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish up this row, and I might just end it right here because I don't want to bore you guys anymore. I really don't know what else to chat about. Do you guys ever work with someone who kind of like gets on your nerves, but you have to be nice to them? That's my issue right now. I don't judge a lot of people, and I try to get along with everyone,